So we've been doing these fabric things that I showed you before, and I love the way you get this lovely abstracted quality within the fabrics. So it works for the lace depending on what you want to do, if you're journaling, or if you want to use it for more abstract reasons, you can use it like this. So that then inspired lots and lots of ideas. That was with string, again, works really beautifully. And this one I'm going to show you how to do this time, produces this lovely sort of ethereal faded roses type thing, and then you could layer on more petals and things and paint them and see how that goes. And I knew that you could then develop it, because I'd done a few where I'd done the lighter background and then added these lovely darker pieces as a second set of glazing or layering, and adding the translucent colour over the top, and you get these beautiful marks. So there's a few of them. And really I was just experimenting to see how they go, and that one hasn't had any extras on, that was just one layer, and you can see you can make these beautiful marks with it. So I've been going to go on and experiment over different substrates. There's a absorbent acrylic gesso, which I'm going to try that so that I can get it onto canvases and not just on paper. But you can see these ones would be fabulous to print over or to develop further with your textures. And these ones, once you're more in control of it, would be wonderful as textures on a canvas. So I'm looking forward to that. But in this video I'm showing you how to do this one. This beautiful feather one is in the video, and I'm also doing a grass one. So I hope you enjoy. Many thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Oh, and if you want to be notified when these other videos that I'm talking about are going to come up, press the notification button and you'll get notified when all these other videos come up. Thanks very much. So I've got some muslin, which is really nice and thin. It could be thinner. And then I'm cutting out some little petals. It'll be interesting to see whether the marks of the actual seam, the edge, work, and also whether the fraying affects it. But I'm going to make a series of little flowers with them, and I'm going to layer it to see what happens with this method. Just wet the paper first, put my petals down, and you can arrange them once they're on your paper, and they can have folds in them. It doesn't have to not, I mean, you can see what the folds do. There's the one with a bit of the seam edge. I don't like the square edge, but it could work. So let's see it. Okay, and then I'm going to start dropping in the colour. And I've got just some pink acrylic here, which I've watered down. I just drop it in and see what happens. And you can see it sticks actually onto the space of the fabric, and the, like we say, the sort of surface tensions of the fabric. Oh, that one had already taken up the colour of neighbouring stuff. Oh, look. But you can see, I wonder what it's going to be like. It looks like it's going to be absolutely adorable. So you can use this to do things like this, to do abstracts when you're just doing shape and form and, you know, beautiful mark making techniques. You could also do this and then gradually build up layers. So you could even, you know, let this dry and do another layer inside, and it'll be interesting to see how that works too. I'm just gonna, and I've got a dark blue. Well, it's a blue purple again, and I just wanted sort of edges to it. I wanted, you know, a bit of interest with the edges, so that's why I've put this blue, and I've corrupted my pink. And any bits you don't like, any sort of filaments of the fabric, I think you can just get rid of them, or you go with it as part of the whole thing of it. And it's probably, I've mixed this on a palette, but it's probably better if you mix this into a pot first, so you had a consistency. That might be easier, but I have in fact just mixed it on a palette. You can see how in doing it all I've corrupted bits and pieces, but I just wanted to see what it did look if you put the pink darker colours to the edges and see how pretty it does get. I mean, you could, it's just a look, isn't it? It's a type of look, and I think you could possibly have a lot of fun with that. I'd quite like some leaves on there, so I'm going to just see, I wanted to just suggest a couple of leaves, so, and again spray it down. And of course this fabric seems to really lend itself to these forms because it's you can sort of twist it, can't you? You can gather it and twist it like so. Well, let's see if I can get some green on there. I've already got a green I've mixed before. Well, it's a yellow green, but I can put blue on top of this as the, for the edges. And I wonder if you could even go, right, I want some detail in this, but presumably as well you can just draw into it afterwards, can't you? It doesn't all have to be done at this point. You can see how it's bled into the edge of the petal there. I like that even. Well, there you go. We'll see what happens. But these are just ideas for everybody. You see, once that's dry, you can take them off and you can add details with a pen and ink or a paintbrush, can't you? That's not the end of it. And you can also layer it. And this is on a white piece of paper so that you can see properly. But you could do a background first. You could add bits to that, like twigs and things, and try the odd actual leaf as well. So again, masses and masses of ideas. So I ended up like this, and I'm just putting in the last few little leaves, and it's just an experiment just to see what it's like. I haven't not really trying to finish it off or anything, and then I'm going to let it dry. And I mean, it will just be a lovely piece of paper for collaging, wouldn't it? It's interesting to see which ones behave, how they behave, isn't it? Again, there's probably a really good feather for this. This one is nice. I don't know how these ones are working. And it's surprising how much actual paint you need to put on there. I think that is going to be more of an effect than anything. I must admit, there's some gorgeous colours coming out there. Again, I'm doing this rather hurriedly, so let's just try. I want a bit of this because I just love these bits, the white bits, are where I've mixed in acrylic, but it hasn't actually mixed through. It's sitting on top of the feather. There is a waxy element to the feathers as well that's going to affect it all, isn't there? I don't want that drop there. Although I don't know. It's difficult to tell what it's going to be like, isn't it? That's where the paper is pulling because it's buckling a bit with all the water. I do like it when it's sort of quite intense, the pigment, I mean. I wish I could get that to go down because it's so pretty. And I'm not going to get this one down. It doesn't want to lie flat. I'm just seeing if I can get the backbone out. Enough for it to lie flat. Oh, look. No, it's refusing to, that one. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm taking out some of that white, although I think it's possibly on the top of the feathers rather than going through. There must be an optimum amount of stuff you can put on in order to make it work. Oh, there's a load of filaments there. I want them coming out. I don't know whether I want a piece of paper over the top of that. Just keep it down flat. But look, it really alters it, doesn't it? As soon as you start doing that, then it's the mark making of the paper that you put on top. It was much nicer before, where it's more like this. Let me take them out. And just hope for the best with some of these, where the backbone is too intense, you know. It's working with the surface tension of the water. Water has this strong hydrogen bonds. It's pulling the pigment into its connections with the filaments. Okay, let's try and see what happens there. So these were the two that I did yesterday. This isn't quite dry, but that's probably a good thing because they peel off better. I didn't, oh, that's pulled off the paper, you see. That's actually torn the paper, so take care. But I mean, this paper's not the best. It's a good cartridge paper. Oh, it might be this one. It was just a leftover piece, see? But I mean, that's okay. You can just touch that up. I am hoping, I mean, this is really nice in itself, isn't it? And it would be nice to add more leaves to it, more petals to it. It's funny, isn't it? What you find as you go along. They're nice with the textures on, but they are lovely with the actual bits of fabric on. They're also nice as a means of painting. Okay, well, I'll pull all these off. I'll let you see. It's just such a nice effect. Again, this is not very good paper, so some of the paper's coming off with the fabrics. And you could just leave these on and leave the fabrics on and glaze it. And they'd stick on. You know, put a acrylic medium on because they're nice in themselves, but I do like the sort of funny faded out effect, the sort of, sorry about the traffic, and that's torn off on it. The funny mark making effect of it. Oops, that's torn it again. You see, I don't really care about this, it's an experimental piece. And there seems to be an optimum point of pulling these off. There's a nice one, you know, where the fold of the fabrics have caused marks, so they don't have to be laid flat either. I'm going to let that dry a bit, and then I'm going to add some more. Gosh, look, aren't they cute in themselves? Look at the little petals, they're nice as well. So you could go over that with a pen and ink. You could add more petals to it in a darker shade, the smaller ones in the middle or something. as I said in the beginning of the video, I'll show you how to do these more abstract pieces in the next video. So if you would like to be notified when they're coming up, please press the notification button, and also if you like and subscribe, you'll be notified when the next video is coming up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and all the very best. Bye.